Hey, it's your girl Patrice. Welcome this morning. All right, y'all, we getting in here. We're on John chapter 8, verses 1 through 13. I'm going to chop this up as best as I can because it's a lot, but I want to make sure we get it. All right, so the first part, chapter 8, it says, Now early. All right, let me go back. But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Now early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. Then the scribes and the Pharisees, them, brought to him a woman caught in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said to him, Teacher, this woman was caught in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses, in the law, commanded us that such should be stoned. But what do you say? This they said, testing him, that they might have something of which to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger as though he did not hear. So when they continued asking him, he raised himself up. And he said to them, He who is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone at her. And again, he stooped down and wrote on the ground. Then those who heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning with the oldest, even to the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had raised himself up, and he saw that no one but the woman, he said to her, Woman, where are the accusers of yours? Has no one condemned you? She said, No one, Lord. And Jesus said to her, Neither do I condemn you. So go and sin no more. Then Jesus spoke to them again, saying, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. Okay, we're going to break this up. Okay, y'all, I couldn't help it. That was just good to me. I felt good. All right, first thing we need to look at, we have this woman who is being caught in the middle of adultery. And we see here two different things happening. Jesus is here teaching, and everything is going well. And then you got these Pharisees and the scribes. Now, for y'all who don't know, the scribes are the ones that, like your news reporters of the day, they write down how things happen. They give the narrative. And then your Pharisees, these are the people who are Mr. and Mrs. Legalistic. You know, everything is the law says, right? And they get here and they find this woman in the midst of adultery. Now, I got to ask the first question because we need to break this down. Question 1, who's bringing you news? When you look at your life, I need you to be the person that is so well and discerning that you know without a shadow of a doubt who's bringing you this news. Is that somebody who's bringing you this news because they really are concerned about you? Or maybe this is somebody who's really saying, hey, you know what? I know this is wrong and I want to make sure that this is done, that justice is served. Or is it really somebody who's saying, you know what? I know you've been hanging out with Charlie. I know you've been sleeping with Charlene, but I'm going to do this because I want to get the vengeance out of this. So today I want you to really think about who's that next one that comes bringing you all the news. The one that's like the town crier. They got to tell everybody business. Why are they so excited to bring you the news? Is it to help set you free? Is it to put somebody else in bondage? Or is it so that the light is not shined on them? Well, you know how this goes. Let's go out and be great because we are great and our greatness is now. It no longer awaits. You all have an amazing day. Join me tomorrow as we jump right back into this same piece and we're going to break the second part down.